The pressure's on. What are we going to do about it? Something needs to be done about it. Because there is just too much going on. Too much that we've let happen for so long. The elites, the people at the top of the pyramid, the 1%, whatever you want to call them, they've been pulling the strings for too long. I'd say for millennia. There's always some top tier class of people that convince the masses that they can't exist without them. They sow the seeds of division and get groups of people to fight each other, squabbling with one another while they run all the way to the bank. And it's only getting worse now. Folks from my generation and the generation that follows are having a pretty bad go of it. And I know it doesn't have to be that way because there's more than enough to go around. We all know there's more than enough to go around, but we still come up with these arguments, or we still accept these arguments planted by those in seats of power. That this can't change because of X, or, we can't make any strides forward because of Y. And we've believed it thus far, and where has it gotten us? Not very far. We're all struggling more than we have in a long time. Probably more than our parents, honestly, have struggled. The economy is in shambles, but it's not just about the economy. The sense of community in the country has been compromised. And I know it's all by design. It's always one group fighting with another, always one group blaming another for this problem or that. All while stuff is going on in the background that is to everyone's detriment, that everyone in the end has to pay for, that is paying for. How is it that we have multi-billionaires in the world, and then there are still third world countries that have never even seen clean water, who don't have basic necessities? And yet there's people who still would rather vouch and fight for the existence of billionaires rather than the people who are truly struggling, who don't even have the bare essentials. There's still people who uphold the system and praise the system because the tiniest handful of people get to make it. And that's not right. Why shouldn't we all why shouldn't we all get to have a comfortable standard of life, like something that doesn't involve struggling, something that doesn't involve strife and stress and all the things that come with our day-to-day now? It doesn't have to be that way. But we've all grown cynical, and in a way we've all kind of just given up and accepted that this is the way it is. This is the way it's always been. That's just how the world works. But why does the world work that way? Who said? And who decided to uphold that? And why is it still going strong to this day? Where we live in a world of just disgusting inequality. And a few people who we'll never even know get to live on piles of money that they can't even burn through in 10 lifetimes. It doesn't make sense. It's not just about money, it's about where we are as a human race, and how these people in power have worked so hard to divide us by superficial things, outer things like, skin color, like our gender, where we come from, our nationality, our ethnicity, our culture, our religion, our social status, our monetary status, whatever it may be, sexuality. We found 1,000,001 things to divide each other, to divide ourselves with. And who does it really benefit? The people in power, the people we vote for, the people we don't vote for when it comes to dictatorships. As long as you keep the masses divided, there's nothing they can do to oppose the people at the top of the pyramid. And they know that. And that's why we're still fighting the same fight we fought for centuries. Now it's really coming to a head. And the real question is, what are we going to do about it? When are we going to come together and see past all the differences that we have and develop a sense of community, a real sense of community, to truly be a united, the United States of America. And it's not even just about the States, all around the world. When can we finally put our differences aside and stop fighting the same fight we fought for centuries, for millennia? Is it really human nature? Or is that just what we're told? Is that what we're hammered in the head with from when we're little? What is truly our nature? What is truly natural? What is truly the natural state of the world? I think we decide that. And we've got to let them, we've got to stop letting them feed us these answers. Because everything they do is always going to be for their benefit. We're always going to be the pawns in their sick little games. And we're always going to be biting the bullet for whatever changes, whether for whatever laws, whatever little games they play at the top of the pyramid. Then they get to run laughing all the way to the bank. And we're scrounging for scraps. We're fighting each other. We're doing their work for them. We're playing their game just how they designed it. But for how much longer are we going to do that? I'd say I'm sick of it. I've only been on this earth for 28 years and I'm sick of it already. I've seen my fair share. I've filled my quota. I filled my quota. I'm up here, and I know there's a lot of people up here with me. Now we just need to ask the question, what can we do to come together? What can we do to invite a new paradigm? Something that doesn't involve them, something that makes them irrelevant. Takes the power out of their hands, because that's really all it's about for them, is power, control, influence. How do we siphon that power? How do we regain that, redistribute it towards the masses? Because this world isn't theirs, it's ours. It's just something, food for thought.